My earliest memory is a memory of fear, sitting on my father's lap and driving his Triumph Herald. He did the pedals and I was doing the steering, and I drove into the wall of our local school because we were testing the car in the car park of the school.
Being somebody else's shadow, being the runt of the litter, basically being the youngest.
We had a Morrison table, and I used to get underneath there. For some reason, my mother was more concerned about me than my sisters. And I think they were asleep, and Mother thought, oh well, I'm not going to disturb them. So she put me underneath, just in case.
My sister was the only one who could read, and she'd read like the Ghostbuster books out to us, and we'd all act it and that.
And I ran down and I said to my mum, there's a penguin on the lawn, there's a penguin. And she looked out and she said, love, it's a seagull.
This is very clean, very efficient and powerful. Could blow through this wall, could blow through the wall behind it.
I mean, sailing through these rings, canals or lakes, whatever, with Midsummer Sun, I mean, the concept is mind-blowing.
It's really all about taking the past, the present and the future and linking them all together, either physically or culturally or emotionally, so that people, be they residents or visitors, can make the most of what Somerset has to offer.
It doesn't mark the landscape, it is the landscape, which is why it's so special. It's very much our time.
The project is about people. The funding is about people. And the majority, virtually the whole of the project, is free, open access to be shared by everybody.
What winning the 50 million will do is it will make this wonderful, exquisite, beautiful living landmark that we have accessible. It will put it within people's reach without spoiling it and without changing it.
This film is about my granddad, John Gundy. In 1944, as a soldier in the Royal Warwickshire Regiment, he played a part in one of the most famous wartime operations in history, Operation Overlord.
There was a tree with a mortar detachment there. Must have had a direct hit, you know, and was piled of bodies. But we just didn't take any notice, you know. You'd kick somebody's head that was rolling there. I can still see it now. Oh, everybody kept asking, what are we doing over here? What are we doing? We'd seen films of the death camps. And I said, that's what you're fighting for.
Okay, Jane, what would you like?
It's very hard, Graham. It's very hard to choose.
Apple or chocolate?
Oh, no. Apples. Crisps.
Yes!
Apples.
No!
It's so tempting. I don't know what to do. Yes! 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 Apples.
No!
Crisps.
Crisps.
Chocolate. Crisps. No!
Crisps.
Yes! No! No! Yes! Want crisps.
As we burn more and more fossil fuels, temperatures rise, glaciers and ice caps melt, and slowly sea levels rise. In Porlock, the shingle ridge has been breached, leaving the community much more vulnerable. The longer we delay reducing greenhouse gas emissions, the higher the tide will rise. But the solutions to climate change already exist. We can all play a part, and the tide can be turned.
So I put a weather station onto my shed, and that fed a data stream into my computer, and what I was hoping to do was produce a series of wind-powered animations. So if it was like really windy outside, then the animations on my website would reflect that. There's 47 different weather condition codes which are supposed to describe all weather conditions across the country, across the world. And I monitored this over like a year on the Black Downs, and 70% of the time it just said it was partly cloudy. So I was trying to work out a way of, by creating my own weather station, I could actually give a greater range to that phrase rather than just partly cloudy. I think the countryside is actually manufactured by an urban environment, and when you look at it, it's been sanitised by farming practices, and there isn't actually any wilderness or sense of wilderness to the countryside around here. So I was trying to look at mechanised animations to reflect the industrial nature of the landscape.
I told you I had one more trick up my sleeve, didn't I?